Okay, so we're carrying on checking which evidence is missing from the EIP examination in public for the North Hertfordshire District Council's local plan 2011 to 2031. We've just finished checking east of Luton, and we are now moving to Breachwood Green, or the land west of the Heath, Breachwood Green. And there were, I have audited the entire list of submissions, and there are 115 submissions missing from the examination at this late stage. So we're going to click on each and every individual one to check that that's still the case. And the date is the 16th of June 2022, but this evidence was known to be missing a long time ago. We have written to the council has acknowledged pieces are missing, and that they were supposed to be solving this problem, but it's never been solved to date, and they remain missing. Okay, so starting with the first one, Mr. Michael Aswith, ID number 16412. Not opening. We'll leave it trying, but it will continue for 2 minutes, and then we'll come back to observe. All of these will, I'm expecting none of them to open, but so I'm just going to go through them quite quickly because we can't wait 2 minutes every single individual one to fail to open. It would just take too long. Okay, so we'll just open them and click on them and leave them loading whilst we carry on moving down the list, and then we'll go back to demonstrate the error message when it finally does load. Okay, so that's loading an error message. Mr. David Barnes, 16359. Mr. and Mrs. Lee and Lucy Bassett, 16350. Have an error message here. Please try again. Error. So that's confirmed and proven for 16412. Mr. Michael Aswith. Okay, so I'm carrying on for Mr. and Mrs. Lucy Bassett. This is a small village area, so it looks like the entire village, none of them had their, that probably represents the entire village's responses. So basically the entire village, none of them had their responses published by the looks of that. Okay, so 502 error message proven for 16348, name Mr. Richard Badham. Closing. Error message confirmed also for 16359, name Mr. David Barnes. Okay, carrying on. Mr. and Mrs. Stuart Bell, 4387. Confirmed missing 16350. Mr. and Mrs. Lee and Lucy Bassett. Closing. Continuing. Mr. Oliver Burt, 16382. Mrs. Janice Bignell, 15063. Mr. Stephen Boone, 16436. Error message confirmed. 4387. Name Mr. and Mrs. Stuart Bell. Error message confirmed for 16382. Mr. Oliver Burt. Error message confirmed for 15063. Mrs. Janice Bignell. Mr. Mark Bryant, 16370. Confirmed. 16436. Name Mr. Stephen Boone. Mrs. Deborah Burgess, 13715. I'm going to make this a bit bigger actually. Hang on, zoom in so it's easier to see. Okay. So we're back. I'm going to show this to Mr. Ian Burgess. Did I say that? I got loading. Okay, so into Mrs. Deborah Burgess. 13715. Error. That's for 16370. Name Mr. Mark Bryant. Mr. Ian Burgess, 4309. I could just click on all of them really quickly, and then when they finally load the error message, we can observe that what's missing. So that's the 2016 one here that's missing. So that means this one is missing. This other more recent one. This should open, which it does. Okay, fine. This one is the one that doesn't open. The older one. This later one is the regulation 19.1. Okay, error, nothing there for 13715. Name Mrs. Deborah Burgess. Ms. Wendy Campbell Moore. Just open one more. So we've got an error message for 4309. Name Mr. Ian Burgess. Mrs. Woman Campbell Lauren. Mom. Rosie Canhan. Okay, no access. 4, 4, 3, 5, 7. Name Mr. R.J. Burnage. Peter Carr. Bay Clayton. Mrs. Barbara Cole. Error message finally loaded for 6733. Ms. Wendy Campbell Moore. Error message for 16360. Rosie Canham. Still loading the others. Carrying on. All right. That was for 4379. Mr. Peter Carr. And that one was for 16415. Baby. Carrying on, Mrs. Barbara Cole. Miss Sarah Cooper. D and S Cross and Ailes. Let's do that. I don't know why it just jumps. Okay, that opens the first one. Well, that's the most recent one. The old one from 2016 is the one that doesn't open. Mr. and Mrs. Peter and Meryl Crossell. Again, one opens, one doesn't. That's opening. The other one, the older one from Regulation 19, not opening. Back to the error messages. 13896, error message for Mrs. Barbara Cole. Close that. Next error message, 4335, Ms. Sarah Cooper. Right, next error message for 16402, DNS Cross Miles. Mr. and Mrs. Cullen. Error message for 16393. Mr. and Mrs. Peter and Merrill Crossley. Kathy Cullen. Alex Cunningham. Michael Curry. Mr. Michael Curry. Okay, there's an error message finally for 16364. Mr. and Mrs. Cullen. Mr. Mark James Dallymore. Message 16371. Kathy Cullen. Message 16367. Alex Cunningham. Error. That was for 16380. Mr. Michael Curry. Okay, carrying on. Mrs. Sandra Marion Dallymore. Error message was for 12101. Mark James Dallymore. Okay, right, so that's still loading. Mrs. Jasmina Downs. Okay, error message 16358. Mrs. Sandra Marion Dallymore. Mr. Michael Downs. Mr. Alistair Drake. Mr. and Mrs. Amy Cardew. Hi, Amy Cardew. All right, error. Nothing there for 15374. Miss Jasmina Downs. Mr. Nick Endicott. Nothing there for 16427. That was Mr. Michael Downs. Nothing there for 16365. Mr. Alistair Drake. Nothing there for 16353. Mr. and Mrs. Amy and Carl Duke. Mrs. Amy Farr. Mr. and Mrs. Eric and Linda Farr. Error message confirmed for 16433. Mr. Nick Endicott. Mr. Robert Farr. Error message confirmed for 4352. Mrs. Amy Farr. Error confirmed for 16403. Mr. and Mrs. Eric and Linda Farr. Mr. and Mrs. Barry and Sally Fearon. Okay, so error message confirmed for 4317. That was 4317. That was Mr. and Mrs. Joseph and Margaret Farr. Another one confirmed for 16405. Mr. Robert Farr. Shirley Finlay. Mr. Jeremy Flashman. Jane Clemens. All right, got web server error confirmed for 4332. Mr. and Mrs. Barry and Sally Fearon. Chrissy Forbes. Right, this one is highlighted in red. So the name was included in lost and missing representations in ED233A. And under the ID 10208, Alan and Linda French. But the missing one is his 2016 one, and then the same Okay, so yeah, so his name is included for as having sent something in recently, but he hasn't got his one from previous published. So we'll click on what that looks like. Right, so we've got confirmation for 16438, Shirley Finlay. Public error, public access error for 16417. Name, Mr. Jeremy Flashman. Web serving error for 16396. Tracy Forbes. Who's that? 16406. We just done that. Okay. Who's that? Let's just make sure. Opened it twice. Okay, carrying on. We do Mr. Alan French again under his other ID number because he's got two IDs. So we'll prove this one opens. However, this one does not. No. Okay, so his first ID, 16361, that's got its error message. So French, close that. And then we've got his second IDs. Doesn't work for the older one either. So Mr. Paul first, 16401. M. Gavra. Okay, so 16409. Mr. Alan French, under his second ID, also doesn't have anything for 2016. Opens. It's listed, but it doesn't open. Maybe at the 50 landmark. Miss Ms and Mr. Emma and Alex Geddes and Ellis. Geddes and Ellis. Elliot, sorry. Geddes and Elliot. Okay, so we've had an error message for that one. Gavra. M. Gavra. 5402. This is still loading. Go ahead. Miss Jean Gillan. 3 more to give us a break then. Okay. 16401. Mr. Paul first. Mr. Paul Gittins. Error. Web server. That's for 16357. Mr. and Ms. and Mr. Emma and Alice Geddes and Elliot. M. Gore. Okay, so there's an error message confirmed for 4343. person's name. Miss Jean Gillam. One 6416. Mr. Paul Gittins. The last one. And we will have concluded then 1 to 50 from the Breachwood Green objection representations that are missing for at least 6 years. Some of them for at least 6 years. The ones that were put in 2016 have been missing for nearly 6 years. Possibly. Okay, so that one's confirmed as missing as well. 16369. Single. Okay, that's it. It's closed.